Hi everyone, Mature Simmer. Welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So I'm back here again just to try to make some further progress. I'm playing in expert mode so that I really need to think things through, figure out what's going on. Let's see, we're always going to have a story mode car. So we talked about that before. Let's see, filters and oil. Go ahead and do that just because it is a little bit more work. So we'll just take a peek. So the 3 filters and just oil. So pretty basic stuff. Nothing too challenging about this. Move the car over to the lifter. And it was an I-4. So we just need to go over here, get ourselves some parts. So let's see. Oil, we don't have... I would see the air filters at the top and think I'm already sorted, but obviously I'm not. So we've got that. We know we need the fuel filter, and then it was the oil filter I-4. So we'll go ahead, we'll get the things that we can change done here. Gotta unclip the oil filter cover. Most cars that I've seen in-game have this kind of cover on them, or same type of filter, which I'm sure is why it's the main filter type that's available. So we'll close this all back up. Get the clips back on. Obviously that, whoops. Gotta be right on with those. I've definitely run into that before. This car certainly looks like it could use some additional work. There's some parts that, especially like that radiator, that are pretty questionable, but again, we do what the customer asks for, not what we would perhaps do if it was our own car. Alright, so we get the fuel filter done. So we're all set there. Now we just need to get this car up and get it drained. A little bit of a racing decal on the door here. Thinking, you know, if you're a mechanic, do you sometimes wonder what people do with their cars? Like, you see what they have in or around them or on them, and you're like, what is happening? Alright, so we get our oil drain. That was a really fast oil drain compared to even what I'm used to normally. But, whoops, shoot. I need to change the oil filter. I'm like, I'm done under there, but I'm not. Alright, so we get that done. Mount this. There we go. Now we're done under here. The oil draining so quickly just clearly got me confused. I was just thinking, we'll just get this job done, get our reward, move on to the next one. So, yeah, basically you fill it until the bottle tips back, and then you're done. That should be it. Got all that done, finished the order. Again, not a huge payday, but not a bad one. So let's see. I don't think... No, we may have gone up to level 4. So let's go take a look at our toolbox. We do, in fact, have another point. So at this point, this is a really big upgrade. I really do enjoy at least part of this. I've never really used the repair bench. Everything I've read kind of indicates repairing is not really worthwhile, and until you have 100% likelihood of repair, it's almost impossible to utilize. But the test path is key, so I'm going to upgrade that. Alright, let's see what's next. So, general running gear control and repair. Looks like it's a suspension system. Timing needs replaced. Now that'll be more work. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. and I might get the next car in line. So I'm going to move this to the test path. And because this one was intriguing as well, so I'm going to take that one. I may regret it. This thing is in interesting shape, but we're going to get to use our test path right away. So the test path lets you take a look at suspension and brake components. And so since we need some suspension work here, so we're not expecting to find much here. And wow, I wonder if they just had brake work done on this car. I don't think I've ever seen a car be 100% when I've done this. Especially on all four. Wow, yeah, they must have just had that done. But we just really need the suspension data, because that will help with our analysis. So it looks like the driver's side front might have some issues. And that may honestly be it. So you can see there's 5 parts. I'm assuming we're going to need to replace them all. I'm going to move this over to our lifter. So this may actually not be that complex at all, but let's see now that we've got that. Alright, so we still have a part that's not discovered that we need, but it looks like we need 3 rubber bushings, a cap, and then the upper suspension arm. Let's see if I can remember all that. That's the problem. Alright, so 3 rubber bushings. Purchased the front shock absorber cap, and then the upper suspension arm. Alright, that should do it. And then we'll just have to see what else we're going to need after that. Now, there's a little bit of danger with not, like, checking under the hood and making sure there isn't something at the upper level. It's interesting because I guess the suspension arm looks kind of bad, but like overall it's just hard to tell. Like everything looks pretty good. And again, given the brakes, I mean this truck's in probably the best shape of any vehicle I've seen. Head on over here where we can see what we need to touch. Brakes off. Actually, why am I doing all that? I'm sort of foolish. Let me put this back on. It's like automatic. I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. There's nothing about the brakes. Silly, silly me. Yeah, I just need suspension components and bushings and things, so... Oops. I need to click on that. Alright, so at this point I should be able... Oh, I can't take that off. What is in the way? See, now I'm trying to figure out... Or do I... No? Oh, I'm in... I'm in part mount mode, that's the problem. Alright, my guess is those might be the bushings I need. Let's see, that looks like this one is not great. Those might not be great. Seems okay. Alright, we know we have that, so yeah, let's get that taken apart. Let's see, do we know? Alright, so we need the front spring as well. Now that we've taken that apart, we were able to see that was a problem. So let's go get one of those, and that will give us whoops, so it's already there. It'll give us everything we need. I don't think this will give us enough to quite advance, but maybe once we do that next job. So now we need to go over here to the spring puller. We need to separate the parts. So you can see the shock absorber's in great shape, but the spring and the cap, not so much. So it'll go ahead and pull those apart for us. So we're going to take the parts, and then we're going to join parts. So we're going to take the shock absorber, the spring, and the new cap. And it's going to get those together for us. Not quite done yet. Oops. And we're going to take the parts, and hopefully, again, I think we need, I don't know if it's going to let us take that by itself. Okay, why? Not doing a part mount. Oh, I need the, I think. No, I don't need the arm. See, this is where the expert mode gets me in trouble, because what am I missing? Oh, the sway bar link. I need to take that off. Alright, and that will, let me do that. Let's see, 99%, so. Alright, so now I should be able to hopefully do that. Alright, so yeah, there's all the bushings are not great, so we'll do that. Hopefully that will give us those repairs. Put the sway bar link back on. Let's just see. No, that was just one rubber bushing. So maybe one of them was okay, but one of them was not. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the shock absorber back in. That should give us a couple more things off the list. And then 2 rubber bushings in the arm. So hopefully once we put this in, we'll be good. And then we have an extra rubber bushing, it looks like. So get that all wrenched together. Get our tire back on. Around this way so it looks a little better. And get ourselves mounted. I think. What rubber bushing is left? Interesting. Well, hopefully we can get to it from here. Let's see. One over there. Alright. So, and I did see this one, so that makes sense. So we'll get that one done. And I was thinking that I had an extra that I didn't need, so I was wondering, but yeah, now we're done. $835. So again, not an incredible amount, but not bad. No, we actually got above what we needed, so it's pretty good. I mean, we want to take advantage of having our points. So now, this is where, again, I haven't used these, the odds of successful repair. The tire tread tester, and then instantly examine 3 parts, but this is what I'm going to go with, which is the tablet, because this keeps me from running back and forth to the computer. So now I can just sit there at the car lifter and just order what I need to order. Alright, so we need the filters, and they got all the parts they want for timing. So this actually isn't bad at all, because I just I don't need to diagnose anything. So let's take a look again. Round air filter for 1 carb, the V8 overhead valve, I think is what OHV is. Again, I am not a car mechanic myself, but I know enough to be dangerous. So V8 OHV, and then the fuel filter. And now I can hit the T key. So it's the air filter. Isn't it the air filter 1 carb? Now I'm lost. Round air filter. Oh, it's a round air filter. Okay, and then the fuel filter. Whoops. Okay, we do the easy one. Fuel filter. Okay, round air filter 1 carb. And then the V8 OHV. It's really easy to buy the wrong thing. I'm sure I'll do that at some point. And then we'll just go ahead, because if we know what we need, so we need a water pump, a timing chain, and cam gear, all for the V8 OHV, and the water pump pulley. I'm not going to remember all that. Alright, so just a plain water pump pulley. Okay, and then this is where, like, I've done things. So I need the V8 OHV water pump. V8. Okay, the V8 OHV. I need a cam gear. V8 OHV. What was that? There we go. And then it was timing, but let me just make sure. Was it the timing belt? Timing chain. Alright. Timing chains are more durable than the belts, so it would make sense on a higher end or a more performance car, which I'm sure this restoration that they're doing, I'm sure probably is. Okay, see, so that's a V8F. This is the one I need, just the plain V8 OHV. Alright, so that should give us all our parts. Let's open up the hood here. Get the easy stuff done. So, need to open this up. Replace this thing. Turn that around. Put in the new one. Put the cover back on. Let's see, where's the fuel filter's usually going to be around back here somewhere. This might be on some of these vehicles. They're underneath, where you have to get to them from the underside. There it is. Then I need to unmount. Now I can mount. Alright, so we've got that. And then all the stuff here. Oops, I need to unmount. Now we need to get to the timing equipment. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me in expert mode, I think. So we need to take the belt off. We need to get to the timing chain, which is going to be behind the cover, so we'll take the other one off. That's probably either the power. That's probably the power steering pump. So that's the pulley. I don't know why I'm like stuttering there, but all right. Let's see. This is the water pump itself. Now to get to inside, I'm going to need to take that off. That might be it. Yeah, it's not giving me any problems. Alright. Sometimes there's another item you've got to remove. Missing something somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright, and there's our timing chain. There's our cam gear. That should therefore take care of everything we need and get everything now reassembled. So, a lot less painful than I imagined. So the timing cover. Get all these cinched in. crankshaft pulley back. Alright, well, we can put the belt on, why not? Now we'll get our new water pump installed. That should do it. Get our new water pump pulley so that that will run well and be powered well. Get the other belt on. Put the radiator fan back on. Alright, so that should have that repair fully done. It does. Now we just need the oil filter. So again, per the normal, hey, you'd think you'd want your oil changed along with it, but that's not what they're asking for. So, I'm going to go ahead here. Take that off. Mount this new one back in. And that, my friends, gets that done. 873. But man, that was a little bit of a repair. So there's something simple. That could turn into a job, though. So, let's see. Timing replaced. Yeah, we'll take that order. Do we know what we need? We do. Alright, 4 items. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and I think that'll be it for the work for this episode. But let's go through it. So we need V8 OHV, the chain and the gear, a T-series water pump, and a pulley. So, same items we had. The cam gear, okay. Was it the cam? See, now I'm second guessing myself. Was it the cam gear? Yes. Alright, V8OHV, there we go. And then the T-series water pump. That is one I've never done, so this might be interesting to... Whoa, that looks a little complex. And then the water pump pulley. And that should do it. Let me just double check. Yep, alright. So we should be able to just do the... Whoop, I can't see anything. It opens that way. Never worked on one of these, so bear with me. Most, you know, everything looks about the same, which is good. Alright, so we need to take the belt off. That should be the water pump pulley. That should be the water... Okay. Oh, might need the other belt off. Alright, and these are all these, what they call idle rollers. Interesting. What is holding that? Oh, there's... No? Do I need to take this off? I might. Okay. So let's see. So I'm not sure what this part is. I guess we'll find out later. So I'm guessing we need to remove this bracket, and that's what's giving me fits. Nope, something else. Alright. Here? No. How much do I have to disassemble? This could be a bit crazy. I feel like I need to focus on this area of the engine. See, I knew this wouldn't be simple. Alright, crankshaft pulley. Can't take that yet. It's just hard to see in here. Because this is all the cover. Yeah, but it's just not letting me do that water pump right now. For some reason. Oh, do I need to take the pull? No? What is the issue? So, well, this is what I was worried about. This looks like such a giant disassembly up here. I can't imagine that's what we need to do. I'm just kind of trying to zoom out the view. I mean, do I need to take this off? And then this? No. Because, yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is, like, that appears to be attached in some way. Like, that should come off on its own, but it's not. Alright. I'm just now taking things apart that I may or may not need to. Nope. Because, yeah, like, continuing through there, like, I shouldn't have to disassemble the entire engine to get to this. That is what is really giving me fits here. And there's nothing else around. It's like there's got to be some little part that I don't know about. What about this thing, I guess? Okay. Let's see. Hopefully that was it? No. Goodness. Alright. Well, that lets me do this. I mean, as long as I can make some progress. Alright, well, that's part of it. Oh my god. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to take the timing chain off yet. Because I don't have this cover off. Like, what is the secret? This is a lot less entertaining than one would think. Because, yeah, that just seems like way too much to have to take apart. But it might be that... I mean, because this is all like one housing, and I wonder if that's the issue. Alright. As much as I hate this, I guess... I'm gonna see if I can... No, I can't do anything up here either. Alright. Let's see. I don't know what is letting me take this apart, but I don't know what the connection points are. So, are they these? No. Oh boy. It's not the... something there, okay. I don't know what I just took out. Alright, well, I did that. Alright. This just seems like a lot of effort, and I'm wondering if this is just entirely wrong, but... Oh boy. Okay, that whole assembly comes off. Alright, I'm assuming I need to do all these. Well, I'll tell you, this is a lot of work for this car, if that's what you've got to do to get to the timing belt, or timing chain. What else is left? Oh. Okay. What else is left? Or is this now? Okay. So it appears that may be... Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot to disassemble for doing a timing repair. So this turned into way more than I thought it was going to be. But it was a good full episode, I guess, right? So, if you're still bearing with me, thank you very much for watching me kind of learn this new vehicle type, because like I said, I've never worked on this before, so it was very much... Okay, so that's the power steering pump. Right. that. That's interesting. Oh, okay. So that's the whole intake manifold. But yeah, not knowing how to do this one was definitely... God, there's a lot of nuts and bolts in there. So, I suppose, again, you know, Bentleys aren't inexpensive. You know, maybe that's partially why they're very, very sturdy in how they're put together. I should have probably paid attention to what the names of those things were, because it almost said like they were timing. You know. See, my problem was I don't even know where I hit the nuts for that. Alright, so this is the air pipe filter. I think that gets me there. Alright, we then need this bracket. Okay, so the alternator bracket, so that was what was on there, is the alternator, obviously. And that was my other confusion. I'm like, this is like something I don't really feel I need, but the way things are mounted, we don't have much of a choice. Alright, and then the belts. Actually, the timing cover down here. Then we need to do the belts. Alright, the crankshaft pulley. Let's see. Alright. And then we get the A-series belt. That bracket, go over this way. So that's for that idle roller, so I need that before I can put the other belt on. And I sounded so impressive in the beginning. This is called the idle roller. But I think we've got this person's car put back together. I hope so. And I wonder, like in expert mode, if we don't, will it yell at us? And then they'll come back and say, hey, my car fell apart on the road. Alright, we're level 6, so we got more points. So before we head out, we'll see what we can do here. Alright, and I think what I ended up doing last time, and I might do that, is, because there's an electronic multimeter, I read it right the first time, and then the OBD scanner. So if I keep this point, by the time then I get to level 7, I'll be able to unlock both of those, because the tire tread thing has never been something I really needed. Because usually people are like, just replace my tires. They don't like ever ask to have them tested. So I think that gets me where I need. Let me go back here just so we can kind of talk. So we're at 7,830. Again, we started at 4,000 when we began. So nearly doubled our money in the bank so far. And we need 360 points to get to the next level. So I'm sure next episode we'll get that far. But again, we've unlocked the test path. We've definitely made some good progress here in this episode, and I think we did 4 cars. We did 4 repairs, so that's pretty good. Now, we didn't touch the story car. That might be something. Maybe we'll start with that one next time to move that along and get us further along. But one thing I'm going to do is I am going to clear out my garbage parts. So literally, I think I just want to sell everything. I don't think it'll sell the cases. But that gets us to 8,100, so that's really nice to see. So we made a few $100s. And then we can add these things to our map, but the cases give us some materials. So we're going to get another barn location, which I don't think I'm going to touch for a while. But, you know, In some cases, we get some free parts here. Let's see what we've got here. I tend to get a lot of those location maps, but when I've looked at those are pretty expensive cars. I mean, they're full price cars, and they're tens of thousands of dollars. So it gets really difficult to even be able to afford things, let alone, I assume you then need to restore them. So, serpentine belt, a water pump pulley, but a specific kind. Alright, so at this point we've certainly done everything we can do without, picking up another job and going forward. But, thanks for hanging out here if you've made it to the end. And as always, just to help with the YouTube algorithms, likes are appreciated, as well subscriptions, so that you can be notified when I put new content out. And I hope to see you back. I'll see you next time.